public parks, a Grand Bahama man sent to prison for tampering with the jury, and the local Junkanoo Committee making an appeal ahead of the New Year's Day parade.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Wool-Parkerton. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news: public parks around Grand Bahama have apparently been the target of thieves recently. And tonight, the City of Freeport Council is calling on members of the public to assist in finding the persons responsible for the removal of fence from those parks. The most recent incident taking place at the park in Queens Cove. Ramiko Knowles has more.
Chief Counselor for the City of Freeport, Kendall Culmer, says that this is the second theft that has taken place at the Queens Cove Park within the last 3 months. He says that it is costing the City of Freeport Council hundreds of dollars, and he is appealing to the persons responsible to cease.
Residents have been complaining about the fence being down since Hurricane Matthew. It took us a while to get the funds to put it back in place, and like I said, it's costly for us to go there and replace it again.
In addition to the theft, Culmer says that there are other issues regarding the parks.
It's loitering, loud noise, garbage. We spend a great deal on garbage pickup. Technical staff try to get to every park on a daily basis, but if the residents give us a hand by using the bins that are provided, that would help us. And we also have illegal dumping. Persons feel as if once they dump near to the park or in front of the park, City Council will remove it. I mean, we will, based on the fact that it looks bad and it's a eyesore, but it's costly. It's costing the council hundreds of dollars a month.
Now, Culmer is also calling on the residents of Queens Cove to assist the City of Freeport Council in finding the persons responsible for this theft, as it is a safety concern for the youngsters in this area. Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
In news from the crime beat, a Grand Bahama man facing a judge today for tampering with the jury in a murder trial last week. 26-year-old Donovan A. Hanna of number 44 Ehern Lane appeared before Magistrate Charlton Smith and was charged with obstruction of justice. He pleaded guilty, was convicted and sentenced to 18 months at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Now, Hanna's actions has caused a mistrial in that murder case. Switching gears now, an organization from the United States visiting Grand Bahama to share their talent with young people. The 99 International Organization of Women Pilots introducing its Let's Fly Now flight program to share their passion for aviation with other young women. On Saturday, free flying lessons were offered at Grand Bahama's fixed-based operation. Natalia Hall was there.
A group of women were able to get free lessons from the experienced female pilots of the 99 International Organization of Women Pilots. Director of the organization and Bahamas Aviation Ambassador Terry Carbonell says aviation is a good career choice for women, adding that more than 600,000 new pilots will be needed within the next 2 decades.
The International Organization of Women Pilots was started in 1929 by 99 women pilots, how we got our name, and they recognize the need for camaraderie and for women to support one another. Through all of the aviation since they've started flying, there's still only about 6% of the pilot population is women. We learn differently than men, we support each other differently than men, and we recognize the need to band together and stay together, and we work to help women. We have scholarship programs that help women finance their aviation education. We have a lot of different member benefits, but I think one of the biggest things about the 99s is the camaraderie.
Manager of niche markets at the Ministry of Tourism, Nuvalari Chottasing, says it's exciting to have the group on Grand Bahama.
It's a wonderful experience, not just for them, for young people here on Grand Bahama, particularly young ladies who may have an interest in aviation, to get first-hand experience, take a flight, hear from women who've been flying for many, many years about what it's like, how they got into it, the benefits of being a pilot, all the avenues that can become open to them in terms of flying for airlines or some other capacity. So it's a wonderful experience. I think the young ladies here on Grand Bahama take advantage of it.
These students say aviation is something that they are deeply interested in.
aviation. I feel like it's my field. I love to fly, and I also love to meet new people.
I've been looking at aviation since I was in grade 9. I'm now in grade 11, and I just find it interesting that you are allowed to fly and travel the world, and I just like the career. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy being in the air, so it's like, why not just be a pilot?
Now, Nisha Adderley is training to be a pilot and came from New Providence to meet the members of the 99 International Organization of Women Pilots.
Aviation has always been a passion of mine, and breaking a glass ceiling for women in aviation has always been something that holds dear to my heart. And so for me to come out here, fly in from this morning to come and see this opportunity and to meet these wonderful persons is truly a life-changing experience.
The director of the organization was impressed by Adderley's efforts and says she will be the first Bahamian woman to join the organization. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Well, the administration of a local tertiary institution setting the record straight regarding its status in the field of education on the island. Sabrina Brown has details.
We'll see how that goes.
President of Reef College, Terrence Archer, says he wants to clear the air on some misinformation regarding Reef's accreditation status and also the college's relationship with the local accrediting body, NACOB.
Reef College is registered with NACOB. Our nursing program is outright registered with NACOB, and our other various programs are being reviewed by NACOB. And what happens is, once they would have reviewed your program and it is said to have met the standards, then they would update their site and programs would be added to the site.
Archer says while Reef is registered with NACOB, its programs have not yet been uploaded to the organization's online site, as the college is still going through the ratification process.
We took our time when providing the information and submitting it to NACOB because we want to make sure that it is correct, that our programs are solid, and that our programs will continue to stand up against any institution anywhere in the world.
But he says Reef is accredited by a highly recognized international agency, ASIC, out of the UK.
While at the time that we sought our accreditation internationally with ASIC in 2016, to my understanding, NACOB was not in place at the time because we had to seek accreditation outside of the Bahamas. Had NACOB been in place, I would not have to go outside of the Bahamas. I would have gone directly to NACOB. NACOB's accreditation gives us the same latitude internationally because NACOB is now recognized internationally by being a member of CHIA. And for those of you who don't understand some of these things that I'm saying, I encourage you to research it for yourselves.
Prior to the establishment of NACOB, Archer says Reef was registered with the Ministry of Education and recognized by the Department of Public Service.
Whether we have the local accreditation at this time, it still does not take away the fact that Reef College is an accredited institution. However, we are very desirous of having our very own accreditation body accredit to Reef College so that we can brag and boast about that relationship locally, because there is nothing like having your own local accreditation, even though the international bodies are still there.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There is more news right after this break.